Ladles and jelly spoons. Yes, we've got a Washburn. This is not just any old Washburn. Not come across on these before. Let's have a look. Well, we'll have a listen first, and then I shall tell you what I can about it. Let's go. Noisy. And starting with the bridge. Into the centre. Onto the neck. Lovely. So I've listened to someone clean. So starting with the bridge end, and it does have, and it's got this little feature which we will have a look at. Let's have a listen to everything flat out, right? So. Now the tone control sort of isn't just a tone control. It's this thing called, what is it? VCC, the voice contour control, which does sound like a bit of bull work, but what it actually does is, instead of being a tone as such, is it blends you somehow from humbucker to single coil. Let me see. See that? It goes from fat to thin. Now, generally speaking, I don't bother with tone controls because they don't interest me. But I like that. I did think that it was a bit gimmicky, but no, I like it. It's very, very good. So listen in the centre. So when you're in the centre, certainly, you can really muck about with a massive variety of tones. I've got to tell you, what, and I'm gonna say, and I know that I'll say this again because I do repeat myself, that really Washburn absolutely chucked everything at this. Neck, so I've got everything flat out, not that it really makes any difference, right? Blimey. It takes quite a bit for me to be impressed, to be honest with you, but this impresses me. Alright, let's have a look around. So the Washburn WI 65 Pro is what we are looking at. WI is Washburn Idol from the Idol. So that's I-D-O-L, not I-D-L-E, as in lazy. So this is the Idol shape. PRSE, I suppose. Now, let's have a look. Let's have a look on the back here. So that serial number would indicate to me that this is probably 2007. And it comes with some, I can't remember his name, I can't see it certainly, but some guy's special tuning system, which is basically a combination of 18:1 Grovers and a Tunematic bridge and stop tailpiece. And it is brilliant, but you know, just have a look at the information on the back there. The Grovers are brilliant. I mean, 18:1, and I can't help but think that really they have just. I think these were made in the Samick factory, certainly made in Korea, because it says so on the back there, and I do like the comic, you know, Marvel or DC style logo there that's going on, and of course the truss rod cover tells you exactly what it is. There's a lot of conflicting reports about the construction of these, but certainly if we have a look at the neck, we can see a scarf joint. Most of the reports say one-piece mahogany, but one-piece mahogany it is absolutely not. It has a scarf joint. We like scarf joints because they're nice and strong, nice and rigid, and from a factory's perspective it saves on wood. Now I would say that the grain and the colour, if we look from the top of the headstock through to the neck, through to the back of the body, I mean you can see obviously it's a set neck, but I do reckon that is all mahogany. Not really that much information out there. It's a beautiful guitar. It really, really is. And this has absolutely impressed me no end. The intonation is absolutely perfect. Oh, these inlays never came with the, well, they're not inlays, they're stickers and could be easily removed if one desired. So the fretwork, absolutely perfect. There's no high spots, no low spots. There's a few, it's been played certainly, and there's a few light impressions, but I don't think it's had a hard life by any stretch of the imagination. And it's got this, I've never seen this before, it's got this voice contour control, which I thought, when I saw this, I thought to myself, well, let's face it, it's a tone knob, isn't it? But no, it's not a tone knob at all. What it does is it blends you from humbucker to single coil, which is so clever, and I like it. Generally speaking, I don't even use tone control, and I know that I probably should, but I just don't, because it doesn't suit me. And so it doesn't weigh much. It's nice and light. You could certainly have this round your neck all night, and I don't think that you would really feel anything there. The nut, don't know. Is it Graphtec? There's certainly that. I'll tell you what. This stays in tune. Absolutely. astonishingly well. But then again, of course, I've put new strings on and bent them all in. I've literally been playing this all day because it's excellent. What else can I tell you? Well, actually, not much really. That's kind of it. Mahogany body, mahogany neck. It's in great nick. I don't know what. I don't really know what you would clean or condition the body with. I believe that the popular method of choice is gun oil, but I don't own gun oil, and well, I don't own a gun, so you know, probably that product has eluded me over the years. But you know, just basically speaking, you've got proper USA Seymour Duncans in, and I don't think that these were very expensive when new. And if you just oh, by the way, that's Tunematic and Stocktail is very, very Epiphone-y, and I seem to think that some Epiphones are in fact made in the same factory. But it's a really, really nice guitar to play. It does have quite a wide neck profile. Certainly, what was I playing last? Certainly, well, anyway, certainly wider than the majority of Les Pauls. I couldn't measure it, but anyway, it's very, very nice and comfortable to play, and you've got loads and loads of room for doing, you know, like vibrato things when you're bending the string. It is a joy. This really is a joy to play, and like I say, these are not expensive. So what would you expect to pay for one now? And let's compare it to some other stuff, perhaps. So I reckon that you could probably pick one of these up for certainly under 300 quid. But you might even get a case chucked in with that. And you might even get one for less. But, you know, it's like with any second-hand guitar. You need to make sure that it's been set up okay and that everything works absolutely fine. But I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think that you would have any problems with any of these because they're so well made. So, all in all, nice thin profile. The action is obviously, I've set it to where I'd like it at 1.25. You could very, very likely get that down if you had a desire so to do, but I like them at 1 1/4, and that's where it will stay. There is, on this one, there's a few little picking marks, as you can probably see in, you know, the area that you might normally expect. But other than that, I mean, there's, you know, that's been very nice, clean condition, and of course the set neck is intact. There's no, you know, no separation. In fact, the construction is absolutely astonishingly good. So, don't you like that logo? I do. You see, I've got a great fondness and an awful lot of respect for Washburns. They're just really, really well made, quality guitars, and this one is probably one of the best that I've played. Beautiful guitar. So that's it until the cheeky mid-weekend. So thank you all ever so much for tuning in, and you'll see some numbers back here that I think the bridge pickup is popping 14 plus out, and the neck pickup is popping out about 7.5 or somewhere in that area. So loads of power, loads of sustain, nice build, quality guitar. If you find one, snap one up while they are available, and it will not cost you the earth. The materials and construction, I mean, to be fair, what the Grovers cost? They're not cheap, so there's 80 quid worth of machines on there. 2 USA Duncans. What are they? 90 quid a pop? I don't know. Something like that. So, you know, the bits are worth money. Anyways, that is it for today. Have a lovely rest of the weekend. I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. And it's adios amigos. Ta-ra.